to share with you. I was talking to a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I was talking about my experience of finally getting my first teacher job. You know what that feeling is like, educators. You got that portfolio, and back when I was going to become an educator, it was like the whitest, biggest binder I can find at my office supply store. I printed everything on my color copier. I put it in those plastic sleeves. I even had a DVD burner of myself teaching my students when I was student teaching. And I worked really hard for that. I went back to school with an 18-month-old and a husband in tow, and I ended up graduating with my Master's of Science in Teaching. One of the jobs that helped lead me to my passion of multicultural education was I was the African American Cultural Specialist for my district. And I was a cultural specialist for 8 years. And that entailed me traveling to all the schools in my district and presenting African American multicultural activities and lessons with my colleagues and their students. Now, I'm just painting a picture for you of the role that I had previously and how hard I worked. And then I went back to school with a husband and an 18-month-old in tow, and also ended up graduating with my post-bac degree in elementary education. And then I went back with now 2 children under the age of 3, and ended up with my Master's of Science in Teaching. So with that post-bac degree, I finally got my first classroom, and I was so excited. I was in Target with my 2 boys, toddlers, so what was I thinking? And I was at the dollar aisle trying to get those cute little big pencil desk covers and those, little tchotchkes that you get in the dollar part. And a colleague of mine, she didn't go to my building, but she was a colleague, and she came and approached me and saw the boys, and she was excited. She goes, "Well, hi, what's going on? What are you doing?" And I was just glowing. I said, "I got my first classroom this fall. I'm teaching first grade, and I am so excited. I'm getting all the erasers. I'm getting all the pencils. I'm just getting all the little wooden apples and all the owls and everything to decorate my first classroom." She didn't reflect the joy that I had in my voice. She looked at me and said, "What are we going to do about Kwanzaa?" I looked at her and I said, "Ma'am, Kwanzaa started and was invented well before I was born. There's plenty of resources out there that you can find. I am so excited to teach more than just Kwanzaa with my first grade students." And I kind of did that okay, I'm just going to dust my shoulders off and keep it moving. And I went with grace. I was just like, you know what? She is not going to steal my joy. So I just wanted to share that with my colleagues that I encounter every day has been very positive. But you always have somebody that comes up and makes you think and makes you have that teachable moment that you weren't quite prepared for. But I always thought in my heart and in my gut, no one's going to steal this joy. I am so excited to meet my new students, my first group of first graders, that I'm going to get all the pencils. I'm going to get all those wooden apples. And she is going to have to figure out how she's going to teach Kwanzaa. And even though I felt like I did a pretty good job keeping my composure with my children in tow, I just hoped and prayed that she would think before and say, "Oh my goodness, you got your first class, that's wonderful," instead of that look of panic. I can't control what other people react when I give news, but I can control my reaction, especially in front of my children, that I will come to you with respect and with tact, and of course, with a little Jebeh sense. Now, if you like this, please click the subscribe button and share with your friends some fun tips and tricks on how to talk to your colleagues. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.